Hello YouTube, Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure, and I thought this would be kind of a fun idea for video. So, in this video I'm going to go over 10 albums that I think should be certified gold by the RIAA, and this is going to be my opinion as well, but also, these are albums that I think have a realistic chance of getting to gold. So, I've been looking at a lot of certifications recently, and I noticed there were some albums that did get certified gold that I'm pretty glad were, like Seether's Holding On to Strings, Better Left to Fray album, for example. So that kind of inspired me to do this little idea, and if I really enjoy doing this, then I might move to albums that I think should be certified platinum, multi-platinum, whatever. So I have some notes below me, so it's like they have a lot of facts about the albums, like how many units they sold, how popular they were, and all that kind of stuff. So let's begin. And the first album I think has a realistic chance of getting to gold is Ember by Breaking Benjamin. This album moved 170,000 units as of the date of August 2019. So that's quite a few years ago if you think about it. So it's over 5 years, going on 6 years as of this video's recording. So it's probably moved a lot more since then, especially given how popular Breaking Benjamin is, and how their fan base is and all that kind of stuff. I feel like this has a realistic chance of getting gold. Like if they look at Breaking Benjamin's discography, see which have sold, which albums have sold, I feel like this has a chance of doing it. Personally, I think this is one of their weaker albums, but I think Breaking Benjamin is still a pretty solid band for a lot of modern rock, modern hard rock, and all that stuff. And I won't argue the success. I mean, as from what I looked up, what I researched, this doesn't have a gold certified single, which is surprising. You would have figured Red Cold River would have gotten that one, or even songs like Down or Torn in Two, or even Blood, because Blood has been streamed a lot from this album. You look at the Spotify numbers for that, it's been streamed a lot, so you would have thought that it would have got a certification, but no, it just didn't. I mean, Ember kind of just it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, and it has a lot of success, like a lot of Breaking Benjamin stuff has. And since it's been that long since they announced that it moved that many units, I feel like this does have a good chance of getting to gold. Next album that's on my list is Hats Off to the Bull by Chevelle, and this is probably the most successful of their non-certified albums. This album moved nearly 240,000 units, roughly a 1,000 short of that, 239,000 as of February 2013, and it has a gold certified single, and of course that is Face to the Floor, which is surprising that Hats Off to the Bull is also not certified yet, or it may surprise you, the viewer, of course. But yeah, has the most successful single run of their non-certified albums for sure. You would have thought Sci-Fi Crimes would have been that, and maybe I could have included that too. But Sci-Fi Crimes, the singles didn't. There wasn't a number one from that album. This album has at least one number one with Face to the Floor, and every single that came off of this album was a top 10 for sure. And yes, this is the Best Buy exclusive that I got years ago when it came out. Yeah, you would have the singles were Face to the Floor, Face to the Floor, Same Old Trip, and Hats Off to the Bull. All of which were top 10s. Not a lot of Chevelle albums have that distinction. You would have to look to the more certified albums, Wonder What's Next, and This Type of Thinking Could Do Us In, for much more successful singles, which of course the singles from those, a lot of those got certified, and the albums themselves were certified. But hats off to the Bull. I think has a pretty good chance of joining them like pretty soon. So yeah, that's basically it. Now I had to include this band on the list because they are one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite. Um, I'm including Diamond Eyes on this because I feel like this album, out of all the Deftones albums that aren't certified, has the best chance of getting to gold because Diamond Eyes, like the song is extremely popular, and then like a lot of songs are like well known from this album, and this album like is pretty popular. So I mean, like it's surprising that it hasn't been certified gold yet. Like I have several copies of this album, by the way, um, and yeah, this is my favorite Deftones album. This one moved 236,000 units, and that was back in October 2012. So it's been about 12 years for this album. So it's probably sold like at least double that as of right now, or at least like slightly more. And yeah, I don't think this album has a certified single on it, but Deftones in general, I don't think has a lot of certified singles. I don't remember. I'm not gonna look during the video, but yeah, I think Diamond Eyes has the most realistic chance. I would have gone with Koi no Yokan too, but I mean, like in terms of that, like I don't think this had the reach that this album has. This album has much more of a reach across like several generations of Deftones fans, for sure. So I feel like, and also the numbers I just said, 236,000, like it's sold that much since 2012 is, like I just said, it's probably hit gold status as of right now. So like yeah, what definitely Diamond Eyes by Deftones definitely deserves to be certified gold. Next one, this is a bit of an odd turn, but I guess I'll include it anyway. Mice and Men, Restoring Force, of course, like this is their most popular album and by a long shot. And when I looked, this sold 237 units. So we're already like around 240, around there. Like a lot of these albums have sold around that much. And the date that it was like explained that it was 237 was August 2016, right around the time Cold World came out. I think this one from Of Mice and Men has the most realistic chance of getting to gold, and it has a gold single. Of course, that is Would You Still Be There? That's the gold single from this album. And so it's no surprise it probably has doubled enough to where it can get to gold um, right now in this day and age, or at least in the next maybe like decade or so. Like it will probably get a gold certification. Like I said, these are more realistic chances. I went for more realistic, like not just like, oh, I think this album should be. No, I was thinking like I did research for this video. Obviously, I'm reminding you guys again, and yeah, I personally think this is one of their better albums for sure. Like definitely one of their best in a long time. So yeah, Restoring Force is definitely a pretty good album. Next up, another obvious one because I've been a fan of these guys for a while. Innocence and Instinct by Red. This is the deluxe edition of the album, and this one has moved 260,000 units as of April 2011. And I know that the band said at some point that it has reached like the status, like it has actually reached gold status. Like not certified, but it has sold as much as End of Silence, which was a gold certified album, like in 2016. So, like, they said at one point that I know for a fact that they said at one point that it was gold certified for sure. This is in a different case because I think the other case got like broken or something. I just put like I know this comes with the DVD. In fact, real quick, I have another copy. I can show you like what it looks like on that, like for sure. Oh, this one. Well, I guess I don't have the DVD in here too. The DVD is white and it looks like that. So yeah, that was weird. But anyway, yeah, Innocence and Instinct definitely is a revered album in their discography. I mean, it's my personal favorite from Red. Always has been, always will be. And yeah, like if they ever take a look at Red's discography again, IAA, like the recording industry, like they take a look at it, like they'll probably give it a gold certification because it probably has sold that much and it's been a long time. So of course, like this album will probably get certified gold and has had enough to be certified gold. And it's not really just bias either. Like it probably will. Yeah, so in a sense, it is definitely long overdue for it. Another album I think is long overdue. I looked at the Seven Dust discography, and this album has definitely the best shot, in my opinion, to get to gold. This is Seasons by Seven Dust, and yeah, this one I didn't get exact stats based on like how many copies this has sold overall, but I know it moved 68,000 on its first week when it was released back in '03. So, and overall, like I included it on the list just because I feel like this has the most realistic shot of getting to that like coveted gold status. Like for sure, like out of all the Seven Dust albums that have been released, like this one for sure has the best chance. I mean, it has Enemy and it has Face to Face in it, like and Broken Down. Those are popular singles like from Seven Dust, and it does have every right to be in the gold like status. I mean, it didn't sell nearly as well as the previous three albums that came before it. I mean, those sold really well. Those went gold. Seasons also does deserve to get gold at this point. If again, if the IRA or RIA, I keep saying IRA. I keep wanting to say IRA for some reason. I don't know why, but RIAA. Like if they looked at this album's sales, it would probably be gold. Take my word for it. Next up, this is a big band right now. This is a huge band that's been going on right now. Sleep Tokens, Take Me Back to Eden, and yes, this has every chance in the every like bragging right in the world in order for it to get to gold, in my opinion. It's been streamed more than any like it's the most streamed metal album of 2023. Yes, Sleep Token is metal. For those of you who like are kind of like thinking about it, and has a gold single, which is The Summoning, which is still a pretty good song. And yeah, Sleep Token's a good band. I think they have a lot of good potential, of course. And yeah, Sleep Token's long overdue. Like, not long overdue because they've only been around for like a decade. And Take Me Back to Eden is probably the newest album on this list, but yeah, they've been streamed more than like a lot of metal albums. This has a ton of streams. You just look at the streams; they're crazy. They have like now at 6 million followers on Spotify. That can bring them to a gold status. Like, of course, like if you have that many listeners, you're probably gonna have something that's gonna have at least one certification. I mean, they already have it with a single. They don't have it with an album. And I think Take Me Back to Eden and the new album, even in Arcadia for that matter, when that comes out, those albums both have a very good chance of getting to gold, in my opinion, of getting at least to gold. Like, I hope that's true because Sleep Token's a really good band. I didn't find sales, like, units or anything like that, like, for this album either. But I'm pretty sure because of all the evidence I've given you, the viewer, I'm pretty sure that Sleep Token has the best chance in the world with this album, and possibly with others too, to get to gold. They have that breakout potential. And yet another band that has breakout potential that I love. We have Spirit Box with Eternal Blue, and this one actually does have some evidence of like sales or whatever. Eternal Blue has moved 230,000 units as of recently, actually March 2025, which is a big deal for metalcore, for a lot of like the kind of it. That's a big deal. Selling that many units in 2025, Spiritbox could do it, and they could very well do it with Tsunami C too. And yeah, Eternal Blue, I think, like, is gonna get gold, like, in the next couple years, in the next, like, decade even. Like, I just think it has that potential, like, Spiritbox definitely do deserve it. And no, I didn't do it based on bias. I do it, again, I look at albums that are, like, have the most realistic chance of getting to gold. And I think Eternal Blue has that chance. I also ordered it on vinyl finally after a long time, and that should be coming in the mail pretty soon. Um, and yeah, I think Eternal Blue is a great album. Definitely one of the best debut albums of the 2020s. And yeah, there's not much you can get wrong with this album. Just a great album. Next up, we got two more to go. We got Taproot with Welcome, and this one has sold the most out of all the albums that have been confirmed, that have confirmed sales. This one moved 475,000 units as of November 2006. Like that from the article that I read. And I've known this for a while, and it just has 25,000 to go, and it'll be certified gold. And yeah, I think it deserves to get there. This is Taproot's best album. Like I keep saying, for a lot of albums, like Taproot is a very criminally underrated band, in my opinion. Like, I love this album. I listened to this album so much. I think it's a near flawless album. And yeah, I think it could get there. Like, it can obviously get there. I mean, it has almost reached that status out of every album from the list that I have here. So yeah, Taproot's Welcome. Like, you should just check out Taproot in general. Like, especially the first three albums. I would say, like, check out Welcome and Blue Sky Research. Those albums are pretty great, and Welcome is also like the best selling of those, and it is well deserving of it because it is awesome. Now we go to our final one, and one that's more mid, but has the sales to back it up. So, and also, like, is the most likely out of this band's discography to get to gold, at least from what I could see. And that is Human by 3 Days Grace, of course. First one with Matt Walsh as the vocalist. This one moved 121,000 units, and that was confirmed back in 2016, January of that year. And it's probably like tripled or quadrupled since then, because Painkiller and I Am Machine are huge singles. And they're probably the best on this album. Don't really care for this album like nearly as much as like a lot of other albums out there, but I mean, it's fine. It's just one of those albums that just isn't their best effort by a long shot, for sure. And I just think, like, it's just kind of very mediocre, but not bad at all. In fact, the singles that I just mentioned, those two were gold. So, who knows? And RAA has, like, a thing now where it's like they certify it based on streams and stuff. So, like, you see a lot of albums that don't have, like, that many sales getting gold because, like, singles, like, sales of one single or whatever. You see that a lot. Like, when you look at albums that are diamond, they have only, like, 7 million copies sold, and then they certified them diamond probably because of streams and stuff, because the industry works a lot differently than it did maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. But yeah, like, Human definitely does have that chance, like, especially now given that, like, they're certifying stuff platinum that's only sold 100,000 copies. So either way, it does have a good chance at it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, if you want to recap, these are the albums that I had in the list, and that's pretty much the extent of that. So let me know what you think about this idea in the comment section down below, and if you like this idea, I might do one about albums I think should be platinum. Might as well do it anyway, but whatever. So let me know, comment section down below. This is Scamp Wolf signing out. Take care.